If you've been thinking about getting serious with your money, like actually serious, now's the time. The Motley Fool is offering new members 50% off their iconic stock recommendation service, Stock Advisor. This is the same service that's crushed the market with recommendations that have returned 1,057% since inception, compared to the S&P 500's 180% over that same period. This isn't guesswork. The Motley Fool has a track record of finding companies before they become household names. So if you want to invest smarter and you like saving money while doing it, go to fool.com/listen to claim your 50% off discount off a 1-year term of Stock Advisor. Again, that's fool.com/listen. Returns of 1,057% are from the Motley Fool's product Stock Advisor and measured against S&P 500 returns of 180% as of July 10th, 2025. Past performance is not an indicator of future results. All investing involves a risk of loss. Individual investment results may vary.
Hey, this is Jason Kleberg from the Force 5 podcast, a show that forces a guest to come up with a movie-themed top 5 list topic, and then we reveal our picks on air. Top 5 heist films, top 5 tearjerkers, top 5 movie dogs. Every show you'll be asking yourself, what would be on my list? Guests include directors, screenwriters, actors, podcasters, musicians, authors, and even a professional wrestler. Subscribe to the Force 5 podcast, and you won't just be a listener, you'll be a list nerd. The Force 5 podcast, available wherever you're listening now.
I'm Chris Stachiw.
And I'm Sean Liang.
And what's that smell?
Dookie.
We're joined today by one of the idea men behind this month's theme, Marc Hall.
What up, guys? What up?
Hey, he's not on the Running the Ropes podcast. He's invading the Kulturecast.
The NWO is coming to destroy the screening room.
That's right, brother. Too sweet for life. Oh, God. Today we're going to be talking about the final movie of Suplexing the Silver Screen. April, I would say this is the quintessential wrestling film.
Yeah.
No Holds Barred. Starring Mr. Terry Hulk Hogan, Esquire, CEO of Gawker. Hogan, along with some other people, including some notable names, but we'll get to that here in a second. But before we talk about No Holds Barred, Mark, have you been watching anything this week?
Not really. I've been busy doing nerd shit, studying up for my L2 test for Magic. So I've probably watched like 30 minutes of television and movies this month.
What about you, Sean?
Oh, God, I feel like I have seen a lot. What have I been watching? Nothing new, I don't think. Nah.
Gonna be watching that Game of Thrones? Back on that life?
Me?
Yeah,
I've never watched. I've only watched like a few episodes. I have to get HBO.
Some GOT.
I bought season 1 and 2 at Black Friday last year. 2 years ago, and they're still sitting in the shrink wrap on my shelf.
It's a big endeavor. I feel like I have to be prepared for that.
That's right. You've got to really like devote
time and energy,
an afternoon to it.
Exactly.
That's all I've been watching. So it's Game of Thrones.
I haven't been to movie theater in a while either. So
I saw Zootopia. I wanted to see Zootopia in the theater, but they told me I had to leave.
Oh, wow. Oh, well, let's talk about the final movie of WrestleMania April. No Holds Barred. Came out in 1989. It is financed by the WWE under Shane Distribution Company, but it is a WWF at the time produced film. As I mentioned, it stars Hulk Hogan, a.k.a. Terry Bollea, a.k.a. Grasshopper Dick and Grasshopper Balls, according to the Iron Sheik, along with Hulk Hogan, Joan Severance, Kurt Fuller, Tiny Lister, and a very young Mark Pellegrino, who would go on to star in such shows as Supernatural and Dexter. The IMDb synopsis for the film is a fucking mouthful, unlike Hulk Hogan's penis, apparently. Rip?
Got him.
Got him! Rip is the World Wrestling Federation champion who is faithful to his fans and the network he wrestles for. Brell, the new head of the World Television Network, wants Rip to wrestle for his network. Rip refuses and goes back to his normal life. Still looking for a way to raise ratings, Brell initiates a show called The Battle of the Tough Guys, a violent brawling competition. A mysterious man, Zeus, wins the competition. This gets Brell to use him as an angle to get at Rip.
Are you looking for a little escape? Want to see something you don't see every day? Are you ready for a whole new Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan is Rip. To the world, he's a hero. But to this man, he's history. Zeus. Stand back. Way back. Get ready for the battle no ropes can hold. No ring. No referee. No rules.
Gentlemen, it's time.
No holds barred.
This is an unprecedented display of strength and determination.
Well, that's the whole movie. Good night, folks.
That's it.
Mark,
Yes,
you've seen this before.
I have. I watched it. I've seen it several times, and I actually watched it last night because it had been a while since I had seen it.
What are your thoughts on this movie?
So it's a god awful movie. I mean, it's a bad movie, but
Bad isn't even begin.
no, it's terrible.
No.
It's a god awful movie, but it's bad in the same way that like Plan 9 from Outer Space is bad, and the way that Freaked is bad, and all of those other like but it's so bad. It's so goddamn funny. I mean, it's the funniest damn movie, I mean, that I can think of. It's up there with Airplane and Basketball and Naked Gun for just getting belly laughs out of you, whether it's intentional or not. You can't deny that it's just a fun movie.
What about you, Sean?
I'd never seen this movie before. And I...
Surprise.
Man.
Yeah, you probably never even heard of it.
No, I have not. Here's the thing also. I feel like a little bit on the outside here because I did not grow up or I've never really been interested in wrestling. And so that kind of world in which I kind of began to understand that this sort of is in that sort of world of wrestling. I just never really understood, I guess, the outlines of that world. So I didn't know. There's a lot of things that happen in this movie that are just ridiculous and that just wouldn't happen. And I guess that is part of the fantasy that wrestling sort of creates. But it kind of left me resentful.
Whoa.
But there was a few moments.
I was angry at you for making me watch this movie.
No, not even that. It's just that in the sense that it sort of really caters to that fandom and it doesn't really let me in. But there were moments that were, I mean, like that whole unnecessary fight scene that ends with the guy shitting himself. I mean, that's great. You can't beat that, you know? But that's probably my favorite part of the movie.
You know, I'd seen this movie before, and I didn't even remember that I had seen it before, which should tell you something. I'm gonna agree with you, Mark. This movie is like god awful. It is a movie that makes its own gravy of disgustingness, and it wallows in it. Hulk Hogan throughout the entirety of this movie. You know where I'm going with this, don't you? You know before I even finish the sentence. Hulk Hogan grunts and makes
everybody does the whole movie.
Like weird, like a dog like trying to like get a bone that's stuck in its throat out. Like it's like no, there is so little dialogue in this movie that isn't a character screaming at another character. It's astounding.
Oh,
the amount of just like growling. Those growling and weird like noises in this movie are fucking astounding.
Yeah, they hold on those moments painfully long.
And that's where a lot of the comedy from the scene. I mean, everybody's seen the Dookie scene before, and what I mean, from the start of that clip. I mean, the whole fight scene is ridiculous, but the prop door like falls off of its hinges like the second he touches it, and he's wrestling with this door that's already fallen off of the hinge, and then he throws it, and then he's grunting for a good 25 to 30 seconds before the any dialogue starts. And that's the entire movie is just Hulk Hogan breaking shit and grunting at people.
Yep.
and just like saying like really strange things.
Yeah.
Or pretending to speak French.
That's right. Oh my God, that's
that really awkward restaurant scene.
Oh Jesus, I hated that.
The guy's like, you are retarded.
Would you like a hamburger?
Would you like a, how you say it in America, hot dog? A hot doggy. Would you like a hot doggy? Fuck. This movie is like an assault to one's intelligence.
Exactly.
And
If you've been thinking about getting serious with your money, like actually serious, now's the time. The Motley Fool is offering new members 50% off their iconic stock recommendation service, Stock Advisor. This is the same service that's crushed the market with recommendations that have returned 1,057% since inception, compared to the S&P 500's 180% over that same period. This isn't guesswork. The Motley Fool has a track record of finding companies before they become household names. So if you want to invest smarter and you like saving money while doing it, go to fool.com/listen to claim your 50% off discount off a 1-year term of Stock Advisor. Again, that's fool.com/listen. Returns of 1,057% are from the Motley Fool's product Stock Advisor and measured against S&P 500 returns of 180% as of July 10th, 2025. Past performance is not an indicator of future results. All investing involves a risk of loss. Individual investment results may vary.
If you're looking for more horror outside of the mainstream, look no further than Unsung Horrors, a podcast about underseen horror movies. I'm Lance.
And I'm Erica. Every other week, we'll cover a horror movie with fewer than 1,000 views on Letterboxd. We'll even give you double feature recommendations to pair with the movies we discuss.
From gothic to shot on video, from slashers to comedies, from giallo to J-horror, we'll cover all the subgenres. So join us as we unearth these hidden gems of horror.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all at Unsung Horrors, available wherever you listen to podcasts. And part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
the thing that cracks me up, and Sean, this part is going to go over your head a little bit just due to the wrestling part, aspect of this film. The character played by Kurt Fuller, and I love Kurt Fuller to death.
I do too.
He's awesome. I still remember him as the dickhead assistant to the mayor in Ghostbusters 2. And he was also on Supernatural for like 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Another person coming out of Supernatural that was in this turd.
He was God in Supernatural.
Mark, do you think that he is supposed to be Ted Turner?
Oh yeah.
Like, so in the late 80s, early 90s, WWF and WCW were two warring wrestling promotions. One was owned by Vince McMahon, the other was owned by Turner Broadcasting and Ted Turner. And I'm like 90% sure that the character of Brell is just supposed to be an exaggerated version of Ted Turner.
And the whole setting of the movie, the World Television Network, their version of wrestling is this like downwoods, back alley, hillbilly shit. And a little fun fact, Vince at one point worked for WCW before the split happened, when Southern Wrestling went one way and WWE went the other. And that was always Vince's big hate against Ted Turner, was that he was in the old, he was in the business of wrestling. And I think the whole movie was kind of a big middle, because this would have been around the time, I believe, that Vince had left WCW.
No, it's not WCW, it's WCW.
So no, I could see this movie as kind of a big like fuck you to Ted Turner.
So that actually makes a whole lot of sense to me now, because this movie clearly has sort of an agenda, and it does that in the way that the characters are so, like, Brell is such a bad guy and he's so unlikable, whereas Rip in this case is
he tries to have Hulk Hogan killed and a woman raped.
Yeah.
That was I had forgotten about that, when a woman is raped in broad daylight in a parking garage, in the floor of a parking garage.
But this is all after he basically gets what he wants. He gets the ratings that he wants when he gets Zeus, but he's still going after this guy for nothing but at least it comes off as just spite. And it's just, it's like this, you get this bad guy who is just so nasty and bad, and you've got this like super villain that he basically hires. But then Rip, Hulk Hogan's character Rip, is just so overly good that it's nauseous. Oh my God.
And what pisses me off the most about this movie, Hulk Hogan is playing himself.
Exactly.
Why is he not just playing Hulk Hogan?
Right.
Why is he playing Rip Thomas, who is Hulk Hogan? Just with a stupid fucking Hansen.
Rip up.
The Shaka bra.
Oh my God.
The Shaka bra, that's what that is.
Yeah, he gives the shocker and says rip him. Grunt.
Not the shocker. Not the shocker. The Shaka, bruh. That's what that hand symbol is. The Shaka, bruh. Yeah. Yeah, where you stick your pinky and your pointer finger out, and you curl your other two fingers in, and you stick your thumb out. It's the Shaka, bruh.
Oh, that's even worse.
Shaka.
That's close to the shocker, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much.
That's
not. You're just trying to make close to the Shaka.
In Radioland, you can't see what I'm doing, but that's pretty close. You're gonna get the same results.
Except it's completely different fingers, but hey, I get what you're going for. This movie is fucking bad. Because it just does it like you said, Sean, it does kind of have an agenda, and this is kind of an agenda that WWE, WWF then has always had is, hey, look, our competition is trash.
Yeah.
It's still around. As recently as last year's WrestleMania.
This movie is bad, but I think it's entertaining.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it has entertaining moments.
Yeah.
But I think overall it's a fucking long movie that goes on for 20 minutes too long. Yeah. That whole wrestling fight scene at the end of the movie is way too long.
Exactly.
But there's still enough unintentional, and it's hard to praise a movie that is so unintentionally bad. But there's enough goofy, like, hooting and howling and just weird shit that happens during it that you're still I was entertained through the entire movie. Like, I find it way more funny now as an adult than I did as a kid.
I just want to know when WWE is going to put this pay-per-view on the network.
This movie, you mean?
No, the pay-per-view. So you know about that, right? There was like a whole pay-per-view.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah, there was.
So get this.
I totally forgot about
Sean.
that.
So get this. If you can believe this. So in this movie, Hulk Hogan is playing Rip Thomas, correct?
Right.
A fictionalized version of Hulk Hogan. Correct?
Yeah, fair.
Okay. In the WWF, he is Hulk Hogan. Him and another wrestler named Brutus Beefcake, I'm not making this up, would wrestle Randy Macho Man Savage and Zeus, a character from a film where Hulk Hogan is playing another character similar to Hulk Hogan but with a different name. They would wrestle one another in a steel cage tag team match.
Okay.
So, I don't even understand how that makes sense.
That's so confusing.
I had actually completely forgotten that was a thing. Yes.
Is Hulk Hogan and Rip Thomas, are they the same person?
No.
And Zeus is just going is Zeus going after Hulk Hogan because he looks like Rip Thomas from the movie?
In wrestling, and very, very rarely does this ever happen. Like Cody Rhodes and Stardust are two different people. Sugar Shane Helms, Gregory Helms, and the Hurricane are all three different people. The Hurricane never held the Cruiserweight Championship, but Gregory Helms did. So I think it'd be the same thing with Hulk Hogan, where it's Hulk Hogan wrestling as Rip Thomas, beats whoever the hell. So I mean that's always kind of been the unspoken, as stupid as it may sound to a non-fan, that's kind of the unspoken rule. If you get billed as somebody else, like Dwayne Gill and Gilbert, two different people, would be my assumption.
Yeah, but this is different because this is a movie.
Right.
It's like it's further fiction than wrestling. That's what I'm saying. Like, none of this makes sense when they were like, and now he's gonna wrestle him in real life. Like, what the fuck are you trying to go for here? And then he wrestled one match and that was it, and they lost.
Yeah, who even won? I don't even.
Hogan.
I was gonna say, I would assume Hogan won.
And then that was Zeus's final match in the WWF. He would leave. Hopefully he'll return for WrestleMania 33. By God, Maggle! By God, that's Zeus! That's not Zeus. That's a picture of Zeus.
Oh! I just realized what you're saying. Oh my God! So Zeus is an actual character in WWE.
Yes, he wrestled Hulk Hogan in real life.
Oh my God!
It makes no sense.
Oh, that is confusing. So okay, this is one of the reasons why I never caught on to wrestling, is because they just.
This is like a singular problem.
Yeah, nothing.
This is like the only time that something like this has ever happened.
Right, but I'm also going back to like just the bit, like I didn't understand until recently how wrestling even worked, and like how, to me, I always remember growing up hearing people getting offended when someone said it was fake, right? But it's clearly not real. And to me, I just didn't understand where the fiction begins.
It's still real to me, damn
right.
it.
Exactly.
Back in the 90s, the late 80s, early 90s, wrestling being real, that was like the golden rule.
Yeah.
It was called kayfabe. and you don't break kayfabe. Like, the golden rule was what wrestling is real, and that was that. If a good guy went to a restaurant and the bad guy was at the restaurant already, the good guy got his shit and he left, and that was it. Like, everything was real, regardless of how fake it seemed. Like, the Undertaker really was a fucking zombie that could steal your soul and had an army of the undead. Like, it
But with the advent of the internet and the mid 90s, that all went away.
That's interesting. So that's one of the reasons why I never subscribed, is because I didn't understand why.
Yeah, no. So the stuff they do in the ring, they don't actually punch each other, but they do pick each other up and throw each other, yada yada. You can't fake. But the stories are predetermined, like any other scripted piece of fiction.
That's what I grew to understand. Like, I didn't even. One of the reasons why I never watched as a kid is my dad was very Chinese, and we didn't allow violence. And I believed it, and people said it was real. It's real. And so, I just never watched it. But I mean, when we were doing this movie, WTF, World Thumb Wrestling Federation, we were casting wrestlers. We got, and that's when I started watching it, and I understood that there was like this unwritten rule that you buy into it. I mean, that's suspension of disbelief. I love that, and that's it's basically like theater.
It is. I mean, it is theater.
Yeah, it's.
Hello, filthy movie lovers. My name is Gentry Austin.
And I'm Casey Scott.
And we're the hosts of the Sin Syndicate, film podcast for something weirdos, anti-criterion bros, and Joseph Sarno aficionados. Join us semi-weekly as we peer into the adults-only theaters and sticky-floored cinemas of the golden age of sexploitation, when the morals were loose, the laws were murky, and the intercourse was all simulated. Find us now on the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
I mean, and wrestling gets like this bad rap, and I think a lot of it is really, deserved bad rap, because for the longest time they tried to play it off as real.
Right, and I think that's it was just weird for me. I didn't know what I was supposed to believe or how I was supposed to watch it. I get it much more now when I actually have watched it as an adult too. But yeah, I don't know. And there is, like you said, there is some realness to it. I mean, these are really guys throwing themselves off. I mean, just watching The Wrestler, that to me is a much more believable and interesting understanding of that world, and I loved that. It's art, it's entertainment, and I can see that now. But I just, it's very interesting when you throw in like these backstories, like knowing who's going to win and knowing who the good guy is and the bad guy is. Like that, to me, I never really paid enough attention to get that far. So it was confusing to me.
Well, and again, they don't really do a good job of explaining it anyway.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, this movie really is just kind of it's kind of strange where it sits, because it's it's set in the WWF universe, but it's not because it's Hogan playing someone else.
Rip 'em!
Rip 'em! Shaka, bro, yeah! Like, it's just so fucking dumb. Like, I don't hate this movie, but it's a stupid movie.
Oh, it's super stupid.
But there's like a lot of funny shit, like you, me, Harley, and you in the tree. It's insane shit. I love it.
Yeah.
It's like quotable, like what's that smell? Like shit like that is great.
Absolutely.
But I think the movie as a whole is really not worth watching.
Oh, come on. Really?
There are some parts of this movie that drag.
I mean, there's parts of every movie that drag.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not a good movie on top of that. And the problem is the funny parts are so few and far between that this movie someone could take this movie, edit it into like a 10-minute YouTube clip and watch that, and you'll get like the same.
If you just pick this movie up off the shelf at Blockbuster and like, oh, Hulk Hogan's.
Whoa, what year is it in your fucking world? Picked it off a rack in Blockbuster while I was eating some Milk Duds.
The Milk Duds are so fucking gross,
dude.
If you
went to Blockbuster and got my Pepsi Clear while I was at it,
Crystal Pepsi, smartass. So
mad.
If you watch this movie completely blind, you're like, oh, Hulk Hogan's in this, and then just sat down and watched it, no, you're gonna be just like, God, this is fucking stupid. If you're guys our age, hey, dude, check out this movie. It's fucking terrible. You're gonna love it. I mean, it's a great bad popcorn movie. I couldn't think of a better date movie. Honest to God, I could not think of a better date movie than this. Hands down.
Yeah, some
I totally agree, but you have to be a fan of wrestling to really appreciate it. I totally agree with you. I think that even me not really knowing what the hell's going on, and like me being really frustrated by why no one even called the cops, I understand now, and it's much more fun when you buy into that world. It's just when I started watching this, I took it seriously, and I didn't understand why I was so like no one was doing anything about, like, I don't understand how a CEO could harass his client or his employees without facing any repercussions. But I get it now; it's part of this universe. And I didn't get that before, so you kind of have to have that like understanding and like relationship with wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a real issue I have with this movie, Mark, is not that it's really a bad movie. I mean, it is a bad movie, but you're right, it is entertaining. It's just that, I mean, unlike some of the other movies that the writers for the site have watched this month, I think this one, if you have no real wrestling exposure, you're going to be left out in the cold, completely left out in the cold.
I would concede to that, yes.
That doesn't make it a bad movie.
No,
it just doesn't do a very good job of explaining what the fuck's going on to someone who doesn't watch wrestling.
I would agree with that.
And to be fair, when this movie came out, everybody watched wrestling.
Yes.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, late 80s, early 90s was you're knocking on the door of the Attitude Era on top of everything else. Mm-hmm. And that's really when everybody watched wrestling.
Yeah, that's funny.
So real quick, I think to illustrate what I mean by the shit that goes on in this movie. So Hulk Hogan's brother, or excuse me, Rip Taylor, Rip Thomas's brother.
Rip Taylor's brother. Huh?
His brother's like going to confront Zeus because they're wrestling at a steel mill.
What's the character's name? Kringless Rebar?
Yeah, he has some just god awful stupid name.
Rebar. Excuse me, Rebar Lawless.
Rebar Lawless. Yes. Hey, fun fact: that hillbilly was actually Stan Hansen. Chris.
Oh my God! I was gonna ask if you noticed Stan Hansen almost sodomizing David Payne's character.
That was great.
Tiny wee wee.
Oh my God!
So there's a scene when Rip's brother, this little scrawny fucker, is confronting this big black guy Zeus, and he punches him a couple times, and Zeus no-sells the punches. Sorry, I'm using wrestling lingo. Zeus, the punches don't affect him at all, and then he picks him up by like his shoulders and holds this little white guy in the air and just starts making these like howling baboon noises for like 15 seconds, and he just shakes him, and then a scene later the kid's like a vegetable in a wheelchair. It's the fucking goofiest thing.
I laughed at that when he was like, oh my God, is he gonna recover?
I totally did too. That's the moment when I started going, what the hell? How is this happening? Like, and then like we get Rip crying over his like almost dead body in the hospital, and I'm like, oh my God, this is real. I get it. You know, like that's when I was like, that's when it hit me. I think I started to understand what was going on. It's just so ridiculous.
Hit you like a fucking bag of bricks. This movie is the subtlety in this movie is off the charts.
Oh.
There's a lot of shit in this movie that's just real dumb. And a lot of it is just like stuff that I think is real funny, but a lot of people would be like, this is stupid. You know what I mean, Mark?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No. Oh.
Like, my sense of humor allows me to laugh at a lot of this shit in this movie.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That.
But I think a lot of people would be like, this is fucking dumb, dude. Sorry, bro. This is dumb. I think this movie is funny. This is definitely the funniest movie I think we've watched all month.
Yeah, I will give you that for sure.
Yeah, it's funny. But it's also the worst movie we've seen.
Oh, man. I did watch Hell Comes to Frogtown, and I'm trying to decide. I might actually like this movie more than that, but I get now why you call it like the quintessential wrestling movie. I get that.
Yeah, I mean, it really is like the quintessential like funny, goofy wrestling movie.
Yeah.
Like you're like The Wrestler might be the most like true to life wrestling movie, but like a movie that's about like a guy who's like depressed and beaten down, like you don't have to watch a movie about that. Just go listen to any interview with former people who used to work for the WWE, how they're essentially like drug addicts now, and the WWE doesn't pay for their medical expenses. Like that's real life.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real life. Like
Kamala. I mean, he's good.
Any wrestler from the 80s who's now just like practically like living in poverty.
Yeah.
So, oh man. Yeah, this movie is real dumb, but not in a way that I'm like angry about it. Not like Mr. Nanny, which was just like
Not that, my man.
that movie was fucking dumb.
Oh man. Oh God.
Mr. Nanny was real stupid.
That was dumb.
I would like to point out before we wrap this up that this movie opened up number 2 behind Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade in 1980.
Oh my God.
Ow.
That is incredible.
That's impressive.
Do you know this movie's budget was $8 million? It made 16.
There is no fucking way they spent $8 million making this movie. There is no possible. It looks like they made this movie for maybe $120,000.
It's true.
Are you serious? It had a budget of $8 million.
$8 million.
All of that went. It was like 7.5 to Hogan, and then Howard Finkel took a little bit of money, and then the rest was all the other shit.
Damn. Yep. That's what I don't know. Those sets though, and that nasty bar. That
y'all want the gay bar across the street? Well, come on in.
Where Stan Hansen theoretically probably sodomizes people in the bathroom.
Yeah, that was the joke, right? That he was gonna fuck those guys in the bathroom.
And then they had small dicks, so he did.
Yeah, that was the joke. Correct?
That's what I assumed. That's how it was my life.
I don't know what was going on there. That was
with the dog that was just randomly chained to the ground. Oh God.
Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah,
the dog. Yeah,
the bathroom was like this gigantic open. It was like a fucking soccer field, and then there was a dog randomly chained in there.
It was so because when they show that first wide shot of like this huge open bathroom, I assumed that there were no stalls, that they just broken them all, and then I did notice like there was like a chain, and then they showed the close up of the dog, and I'm like, oh, I really did see a dog. No, there's a giant Rottweiler over there. Oh my God.
Yeah, this movie's real stupid. Like a real dumb. Real dumb. I mean, there's like female rape, male rape, like there's like all kinds of rape in this movie.
Guy kicks a man in a wheelchair.
Oh yeah.
It's like kicks him over because lol, man just in a wheelchair.
For no reason. I'm like, how is this happening?
Jesus Christ. This movie has a real bad relationship with people that are handicapped.
Not white and not white males.
Yeah, for real. Oh, shit. Well, Mark, skip it or watch it in best performance.
Oh, God, this is a watch. I mean, everything about this movie, watch it with a friend. Yeah. Get a buddy together, watch it with a friend. It's a terrible movie. It's going to be one of the worst movies you ever see, but goddamn, it's so goddamn fun and funny. You are going to have an absolute blast. I can't stress that enough. And Hulk Hogan, without a doubt, is the fucking king of this movie. He doesn't open doors. He fucking breaks them down.
He throws pies in people's faces.
Oh my god, the fucking diner scene.
Right.
Get out! He fucking throws there's a guy robbing the fucking diner and
with a gun.
With two guns, and he throws like 7 or 8 pies at them.
And the pies are like acid. Oh god no! Oh god no! Oh, it's a fucking pie! It's acid in my face!
Yeah.
What?
The thing that got me about that scene is like he might as well have just let them rob it because the damages are probably more expensive.
Yeah, he broke a bunch of shit in that restaurant.
A table, the whole counter.
He destroyed this fucking diner. Like, don't thank me, ma'am, and then just grabbed that bitch and walked away into the sunset.
That's so true. I love it.
This movie is magic. It is absolute magic.
What about you, Sean?
Okay, I gotta say, so this was not my kind of movie. I mean, like I said, I was part of the group that got left out, but I did enjoy those moments. I say this is a skip it if you're not a wrestling fan at all, but watch it in a giant group of friends. This is the kind of movie where you don't have to listen to the whole thing, except for those moments. So I think it's fun to watch with a group of people. I give you that. Are we doing best performances?
Yeah.
God. I just so that I don't say Hulk Hogan because of those beautiful lines. I like Kurt Fuller. I give him props for going all out, man. You know what I mean? I like this guy. I liked watching him get electrocuted at the end.
I was gonna mention that. None of us mentioned the fact that he fucking dies.
Yeah, they televised like 2 murders that night.
He's just like dead. Yeah. Kurt Fuller dies. Like he is dead. I'm gonna echo Sean. I mean, if you're interested in wrestling or have any idea about anything of wrestling, this is the movie for you. Check it out. But if you have no experience or exposure, I think you could probably be safe to skip it. Because you'll probably just be like, what the fuck's going on? And best performance for me is gonna have to go to Tiny Lister with that fucking ridiculous eyebrow. Oh my god. What? Or the fact that a Z is shaved on the side of his head. Just because his name is Zeus doesn't mean he has to have like the fucking Z in the hair shaved. And it's not like shaved in his head. His hair is in the shape of his Z.
Yeah, that's all of his hair.
Yeah, and he has his lines are just like Zeus.
I thought he said souls when he first said it. I was like, what? I like Zeus.
What do you say?
He says Zeus and then he just grunts and makes like gorilla noises.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think this film has on Rotten Tomatoes?
I have to abstain because I did accidentally look it up because I couldn't remember an actor's name, and I accidentally saw it on the Wikipedia page. If I were to guess legitimately, I would probably guess somewhere in the critics, I would probably say is like a 30. I would say the fans are probably like a 60.
Yeah, I would say something like that too. I bet the fans are a bit higher than the critics.
Tomato meter is at a whopping 11%. The fans are at a even more astounding 35%.
Okay.
That's way lower.
With 8,500 user ratings.
Wow.
Yeah, even the fans aren't fans. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh.
It's one of those things that's really hard to sort of take to the silver screen. You know what I mean? They took the whole universe of this. That's it just works on TV, especially for the fans. I think. I don't know. It's hard.
It really is a movie for fans of wrestling. I don't think other people would really get it.
Yeah.
I don't think other people would even find some of the stuff that Mark and I found funny, like the fact that Stan Hansen once rape people.
Yeah. It's so funny. Are you kidding? Rape.
Yeah, male sodomy. So before we talk about next month's theme and the upcoming Kulturecast, Mark, anything you want to plug?
Yeah, normally I plug the 3 count. I still want to plug the 3 count, Running the Ropes podcast. I want to take a moment. Recently, Wrestling World lost one of the greats, Chyna, former WWE Women's Champion, only woman to hold the Intercontinental title, only woman to compete in the King of the Ring tournament, first woman to compete in the Royal Rumble. Growing up, she was a huge role model to me. This is the first time for me as a person that I'm not the kind of person to like gravitate to celebrities and say, oh man, they're so inspirational. But growing up, China was that one person that kind of that was a role model and an inspiration. So it's, hits home. Rest in peace. We lost one of the greats.
Would you say rip 'em?
This is the kind of movie that China would have liked, I think.
Pretty sure the kind of movie that China would have liked would have been One Night in China.
I was trying to think if Hulk Hogan's porno had a name, but I don't think it did.
Man.
No, it just got him money, so there you go.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh wow, that's a good one.
We're like Big Trouble and Little Trouble and Big Hogan, bro. You know what I mean?
That's a really good one. Big Trouble in Little China. That's a good one.
Get it? Because he supposedly has a small dick. But Hulk Hogan
has a 10-inch penis.
Terry Bollea does not.
Nah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sean, anything you want to plug?
Yeah, Lonely and Horny is still coming out weekly. There's a few more episodes that haven't been released yet, but they're about 6 in, and it's been a lot of fun to watch for me. It's with Jake and Amira, and there's a link on my Facebook page. So as always, you can follow me on Twitter. I'm Seanifer. And on Facebook, I'm Sean Liang.
You can follow me over at Twitter at Kulturestash. And if you like what you're hearing now, head on over to cultureshocked.com/Kulturecast to check out 100 plus episodes of the Kulturecast. We've been doing this for a year and a half now, and it's been a ride. I want to plug 2 other things. A good friend of mine, Trace Norlander, a.k.a. Mr. Hobbs, has been putting out some YouTube content for us on the regular. If you're into... I don't know how to explain it. You just have to check it out.
All right.
He's a character. He drinks beer and talks about shit that bothers him. So I also want to plug our Patreon account. If you head over to patreon.com, patreon.com/culture_shocked, you can help us by helping yourself, by helping us, by donating money to us per month. $1 a month is all we're asking for. That is not that much money. That's not even a Starbucks cup of coffee a month. And that'll help us keep the Culture Shocked site and Kulturecast going. It is not easy or cheap to keep the Kulturecast going. So please check that out over at patreon.com/culture_shocked. Also, as always, big shout out to Wavoka for providing the intro outro music for the Kulturecast. The track that you're hearing every week is Lament. Big thanks to Mark for sitting down and talking about this movie that he wanted to talk about with us.
My pleasure, guys. Thank you for having me on. These are a blast. I love doing them.
Starting next Monday is May, and for May this year, we're going to be doing Werner Herzog movies. If you don't know who that is, prepare yourself, because it is going to be awesome. We're going to be starting out that month with Cobra Verde. We're going to be doing a film and documentary each week for the Kulturecast. So on Monday, we're going to be doing Cobra Verde, and Thursday, we're going to be talking My Best Fiend, which chronicles Werner Herzog's involvement and working with the actor Klaus Kinski. So make sure to check that one out.